sometimes one of the approach you use in reaching out to these people is through the faith communities. Because for us as Nigerians, we're very religious people. Once you need support or you need funds to build a church or a mosque, you see everybody will want to contribute because you just feel that when you do that, you will make heaven and all that. But when it comes to the educational facilities, everybody feels that, well, it is not my responsibility, it's the responsibility of the government, so they should come and do it. And sometimes some of these youths, they have access to internet, they even post it, and then maybe the councillor or the local government chairman can come and then look at it, they snap picture, they'll tell you, okay, they will come and do something about it. When they go, you never see them again until they come for their next campaign, you understand? So many commitments, but nothing is being actualized. But if the community, like one of my colleagues once said, that the community itself, although that one is in the eastern part of Nigeria, the community itself brought in their resources, and they built their own school, and they are taking care of it. So if northerners can also value education to that extent, to say, okay, let's do this together, let's put this together, let's make sure that our children have the best, then I think it will go a long way. For most of the educated elites from the north, they don't go back to the north. They move from the north and establish themselves in other developed states, or they move out of the country. They don't go back home to invest in their community. A state, sorry, I won't mention it, one of the states, they come to Kano to come and build their houses. They come to Kano to spend their, in fact, one of the local government chairman, he doesn't reside in his own LGA, he resides in Kano, and he's a LGA chairman. So they go to Kano to buy everything, instead of them, okay, empowering somebody to say, okay, be selling this thing in the community so that if we need it, we can come and get it. So we are the problem of ourselves. Instead of us empowering our community, we decide to leave it and then move out and go and enjoy life. We forget that we grew up from that community. So if you can have that mindset of going back, like challenge ourselves, okay, I'm going to build a 5-block classroom in my community, and I'm going to employ 2 or 3 teachers. I'll pay them, put them on a payroll, and I'll be paying them. And then the children should come. In fact, you can even provide exercise book for the children. They come freely, they access education. Before you know it, gradually those children will be able to finish primary school, secondary school, and you can, in fact, a politician can come and say, okay, I'll pay for their WAEC, I'll pay for their JAM. Before you know it, they are out of the community. So the mindset of people in the north really needs to be changed.
You see, when you were explaining just, and I think here you are touching the fundamental of not even only the northern part of Nigeria, but the whole of Nigeria, and by extension, the whole of Africa. In that we are giving too much power to the government, thinking that the government and also the religious leaders can do miracle. They cannot really do miracle. I am talking to some experts in both technology and computer science, AI, and the rest of it. The question now is, let's change our mindset. Let's start putting our hope in the government. Let's put the hope on ourselves. Let's try to see what can we do ourselves. Because you see, the people you were making reference to in the rural area, they said they didn't have money. But you talk to them, they managed to organize themselves. They could get thousands of naira at the end of, I don't know, was it 1 month or 5 months? They put this money together. That is how it works everywhere. So I was, sorry, I was interviewing a lecturer, an agro-business researcher in Nigeria. Of course, we have done a lot of research, a lot of podcasts on it, on why are Nigerian farmers not organizing themselves into communities so that they can better invest in themselves? Because the agriculture be imbibing by today is not the agriculture where you go there with a cutlass and continue to till the land. No, that is over. Now we are talking of agriculture where you will be using machine to work. I've interviewed some agricultural practitioners, farmers in Zimbabwe. Inside their farm, they have Wi-Fi, they have fridge, they have everything. They live inside the farm. So if you live that kind of life, you are not a slave to the government. The government wants your vote. You then give him, what are we going to exchange for my vote? Because you can survive. But all across Nigeria, and of course, this is happening in many African countries, we believe that we are powerless, but we are not powerless. We are powerful. We are powerful. Ma, look at in those places that you are referring to, this rural area, there is no war. The land is fertile, the people are healthy, the nature is faithful, it's always responding. So the people cannot be poor. How can we bring this knowledge to the people that they are powerful so that they can begin to solve their problem? There is no road. Let's 10, 50 people gather together to construct that road. The government don't want to respond. Okay, let us stay in Abuja. Let us solve our problem. That is a new mentality. How do we succeed in this?
Okay, so basically, we have different perspective of where we see things, and we might be able to talk to these people, and then they will tell you, okay, I invested my own money. My money is my money, so I don't want another person to also partake in what I did. So sometimes one person feels the other person is cheating him and all that. Yes, there are small agro groups in northern Nigeria. There are some agro companies and that work with small agro groups. And one of the challenges that someone was sharing with me during the new year was that the agro group gave the team lead of that group money, not really money, I think, and farm produce, chemicals, fertilizer, and all that, worth millions of naira. And then this person, instead of him to go and give the group people to utilize it on the farm, because the way they are supposed to do it, they were supposed to farm, and then when they harvest their produce, they will now sell it to the company, and then they will make money from it. You understand? Trying to and improve their livelihood. But this is somebody from the group having a different perspective, now taking all those things to go and sell it and squander the money. So it feels as if we don't love ourselves. Now, when you are talking about the availability of the land, yes, the land is there. We had some discussions with this kind of people. They are limited by some of the agricultural inputs. Like, no matter how fertile your land is, you might need one or two, maybe pesticides, maybe fertilizers and all that. And sometimes you are limited by money, and sometimes they need support. And that is why some donors have been providing support to these people year in, year out in northern and northeastern parts of Nigeria. And you see that, yes, these people are improving in their livelihood. But one thing that that particular project did not address is trying to link those people to large scale farming, marketplace, sorry. You understand? These people, they are there in the rural community. They only get to bring out their produce to the local market, and then one big allergy will come with a big truck, buy those goods, maybe buy a bag of rice for 10,000 naira, transport it to Lagos and go and sell it for like 25,000 naira. He's making over 100% profits on it. And so at some point I had to like, how can we like try to meet with these farmers and say, okay, try to link them up with the large market space instead of going through these intermediaries that will just come and extort them. So the farmers are a kind of, to an extent, they are, I would say they are limited. Because when you tell this person, bring money for this one will tell you, I don't have. This one will tell you, I don't have. So some of them might be willing to do that, while some of them will not want. They will just fold their hands and be looking at you. If you want to do it, go ahead and do it. And so that cooperation is not there. You understand? So those are some of the factors that might limit them from wanting to go higher or wanting to achieve more. But in northern Nigeria, there are a lot of potentials. Like if we can get the real agro specialists that can go. Most of the agro companies now, they are just out to make profits too, because they know that, yes, when they go to these rural farmers, they talk to them, they do this. Yes, what they do is they give them the inputs, and then from there they come and buy the produce for them and sell it at a higher price. But if we can get donor organizations that their own is just to come build the capacity of these farmers, provide them with inputs, try to like erase anything that will make them not to want to work together, then I think they can be able to achieve greater things. But most of these rural communities, they don't work as a team. This person will be thinking another, no, I want to do this, no, I want to do that. They are divided, you understand?